Hi, this is Captain Tom Michaelewski of Grand Slam Charters Montauk. And what I'm going to tie up real quickly here is my bucktail jigging rig that I use for Fluke, which are also known as summer flounder. Bucktailing for Fluke has gained popularity a lot in the last few years, and it's a good way to catch bigger fish. And even if you're catching a lot of shorts, you're not really damaging by gut hooking or anything like that. And bucktailing is just a lot of fun and baiting and waiting. I'm going to be tying this with Cast King 80-pound test Durablend monofilament leader. I usually use 40-pound test, but I will use 80 sometimes if there's a lot of bluefish around. And simply being with the 80, I get a chance of saving my bucktail jigs. When there's a lot of 40, when you use 40-pound test and there's a lot of bluefish around, you're going to lose some more tackle. So the 80 just helps you a little bit more. And also I'm using 80 today just so it'll be easier for you to see the knots themselves. So basically you start out with about 30 inches of leader. Take the leader, find the midpoint. To make it drop a loop, you make a loop like so. Keep it pretty big because if you make it too small, your hook's not going to slide on properly. So you have one loop, and now you just wrap the line over itself on the bottom of that loop. Do it about 4 or 5 times. Now you take the top end of the loop, pass it through those wraps. Try to keep that loop as a decent size, just like that. Now the knot on the dropper is ready to be cinched up. Whenever you're cinching up knots, it's a good idea to moisten it. So I'm going to put a little saliva on my fingers, rub it on the knot, it's on the twist, and then what I'm going to do is just pull nice and easy on both ends evenly, and you can see that the dropper has cinched up. On one end I'm going to put a snap swivel. You pass one end of the leader through the eye, and now we're going to wrap up the line 4 times. I'm only doing 4 times because this is 80-pound test. Tag end straight out, and then just begin to pull the knot cinched up just like so. Leave that tag in for a little bit. Now I take a barrel swivel. Again, you can use whatever size you want. This is probably an 80 or a 90 pounder. To me it doesn't matter. I have a lot of these on the boat because I do a lot of strapper fishing, so I'm going to use this one. You put your top end of the line of the leader through the eye. Again, wrap up the leader itself 4 times, 3 and 4. Back into the loop, and then back out of the loop like so. Get ready, moisten it up again, and then just make sure that the tag end stands straight out like so. There you have it, an improved clinch knot with 80-pound test. Believe me, that's enough coils. That knot's never going to come out with 80 pound. We'll trim closely the tag ends. Alright, now we go back to our dropper loop. This is 80. It's going to have to pass through the eye of the hook, so make sure you squeeze down on it a little bit. The 40 would definitely be easy to work with at this point, but if you're going to be working with 80, you definitely have to make it as compact onto the dropper loop. You put it in from the front end right through that little rivet like so, and now we go and get our hook once again. We're going to pass that through the eye like so, and then pass the hook back through the loop, and then just pull it tight like so. Put down the riveted bucktail slide right there, and but the reason why I use a snap, number one, I can change out the size of the bucktail, I can change out the color of the bucktail, I can change out the style of the bucktail. The other reason is that when you do catch a fluke, and it's a big one, you're probably going to want to net it. When these 2 hooks get into your net attached to a fluke, basically you got a mess in there, a snare that is a pain in the neck to untangle. Trust me. When it's tangled pretty bad, what you do is you go in there, take the bucktail out of the equation, and it's much easier to get that tangle. I've learned this over the years, and in my opinion, the more time you spend in the water with your bucktail baited, the better chances you have of catching a fish, without a doubt. If you're spending 5-10 minutes to untangle your rig, there's 5-10 minutes where you could have drifted over 3 8-pound fish. You never know. Alright, so that's why I use the snap. I use the barrel swivel because I'll tie a few of these rigs up beforehand and I'll have them ready to go where I can just snap them. Because these leaders do get chewed up every now and then from bluefish, from fluke, from rocks, or whatever happens to be the story, so you're going to have to change them out sometimes. Nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. I hope you enjoyed this short video, and we'll see you again. Thank you.